This is July 6, 2025, current time 5:55 in the p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And biggest news was Bitcoin for Friday that most people probably missed. One of the original Bitcoin holders transferred just over $9 billion worth of Bitcoin, or somewhere in that vicinity anyway. Typically, many times in the past, not all the time, but many times in the past, whenever they do transfer that, they are planning on selling or scaling out of their position. Which, if I was an original holder and got it at $0, then if it's worth $111,000, I think I'd be willing to sell at $111,000 a share, or $110,000, whatever it's going to go for here directly in 4 minutes. Whenever this picks back up again, I haven't checked it on any other trading platform, so I don't know if it's dropped substantially yet or not. Pull back to around $74,000 on max monthly chart wouldn't be out of the question. It is what it is. I got 73,158 is what the gravitational point on max monthly chart is. A pullback to there would be within reason. And I was going to go over as. I went over this one a long time ago. It was just like a meme or something at the time. AZZ is close to a bad word on max monthly chart. You're at +2 deviation, 101.43. Whenever it did strike that, that's +2 deviation. So it's on the upper echelon of where it should be on a statistical basis. That's all I go by. I don't go by any fundamentals or anything else or news catalysts or whatever. I can check out the other charts here directly. It says a few days prior to the earnings. Usually I do any sort of scale that I try to come up with a day prior to earnings. At least full 24 hours. This is a little bit on the early side, but what's within reason for as to strike or go towards a gravitate to or whatever. Gravitational point overall is $93.50. That's totally within reason on a statistical basis. And on the lower side is $82.51. On the higher side is $104.47. On the absolute high side, it's 118.04. And I can do the opposite of the two as well. And see what the absolute low side could possibly be on a statistical basis. $69. These are your way on the upside of statistics and way on the low side of statistics. The probability of them actually reaching either one of these levels is pretty low. You have other indicators at the time to let you know if it's possible or if it's continuing. Like I have a buy versus sell indicator and other ones that show me what shape you're in right now, if it's wanting to continue with a bullish trend or bearish trend, and that's what you have to read to at the time. But just most statisticians see 118 as being pretty much on the high side, and 69 as being pretty on the low side. But that's AZZ or as, in my little opinion on Bitcoin, which is about to start up here in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's see what it actually does real quick. Shows it going up. Doing the exact opposite of what you thought it would do. But the thing that goes with Bitcoin, and whenever that original holder, if they choose to sell, it'll happen just like that. It will tank Bitcoin if they choose to sell it. And you have no idea if they're bluffing or if they're trying to mess with people, or if they're trying to crash the price to get it for a better price for some other billionaire buddy or whatever. That there's plenty of manipulation that goes on with all stocks, and Bitcoin is no exception. So And that's not out of the question, is where it happens to spike up in a time of duress just to squeeze people also. So that's 100% within possibility also. But again, whenever they choose to sell, if they sell, then it will tank very fast. It'll go down to $74,000 within a couple hours. If they sell at all, which there's no way that they can even do that. I don't think. You have to have a set limit you can sell when you have that large of a position in anything. All right, well, we'll see if any of that comes to fruition or what all happens within the next couple of days. Hope you're happy, healthy, well. Goodbye.